thousands of people in receipt of carers allowance across Scotland are set to receive an additional payment of £270.50 at the beginning of December. Social Security Scotland announced on social media that payments of the carers allowance supplement will be made on Friday, December 8, 2023. The devolved payment is only available to eligible claimants living in Scotland who were in receipt of carers allowance, delivered by the Department for Work and Pensions (DWP), on October 9, 2023. The unique payment is made twice each year, in June and December, by Social Security Scotland and is paid separately from the DWP benefit. More than 84,000 people on carers allowance received the payment in June, worth a total of £22.8 million. To qualify for the payment next month, people on carers allowance must have been in receipt of the benefit on October 9, or have made a claim by that date which later turns out to be successful. In the post on X, formerly known as Twitter, Social Security Scotland said, carers allowance supplement will be paid on Friday, 8 December. The payment of £270.50 will be made automatically to people who were getting carers allowance from DWP on October 9, 2023. This payment will be made into the same bank account that carers allowance is paid into. The Scottish Government introduced the devolved payment in 2018 to recognise the contribution made by unpaid carers. Since its launch, a total of 920,970 payments have been made to 148,515 carers, totalling £255.4 million. Social Security Scotland will write to eligible carers in advance to let them know when to expect the extra £270.50 payment. A new devolved benefit is set to replace carers allowance in Scotland next year after launching in 3 pilot areas earlier this week. People in Dundee City, Perth and Kinross and the Western Isles can now make a claim for carer support payment. The new benefit will be paid at the same rate as carers allowance, £76.75 each week. Following the phased rollout, carer support payment will launch across Scotland in spring 2024. Social Security Scotland will administer and deliver the new benefit, which will only be available to new claimants. People already in receipt of carers allowance from the DWP will not be affected by the rollout. Similar to adult and child disability payment, existing claimants will transfer in stages from DWP to the devolved system. This is due to start in February 2024. Much like the devolved disability benefits, there will be no break in payments and nobody will need to reapply for carer support payment. By the end of the current financial year on April 5, 2024, Social Security Scotland will be administering 14 devolved benefits, including carer support payment. No eligibility criteria have been set out yet, but the carer support payment is expected to follow similar qualifying criteria to carers allowance. Below is everything you need to know about the benefit. If you are making a claim, it needs to be through DWP until the new benefit launches nationwide, or in one of the pilot areas. Am I eligible for carers allowance? You may be eligible for weekly carers allowance payments of £76.75 if you, the person you care for and the type of care you provide meets certain criteria. You can choose to be paid weekly in advance or every 4 weeks. You do not have to be related to, or live with, the person you care for. The person you care for must already get one of these benefits: Personal Independence Payment, PIP, Daily Living Component Disability Living Allowance, DLA, the middle or highest care rate attendance allowance, constant attendance allowance at or above the normal maximum rate with an industrial injuries disablement benefit, constant attendance allowance at the basic, full day, rate with a war disablement pension, armed forces independence payment. If someone else also cares for the same person as you, only one of you can claim carer's allowance. The type of care you provide: you need to spend at least 35 hours a week caring for someone. This can include helping with washing and cooking, taking the person you care for to a doctor's appointment, helping with household tasks, like managing bills and shopping. Eligibility guidance on Gov. UK states all of the following must apply: you are 16 or over, you spend at least 35 hours a week caring for someone, you have been in Scotland for at least 2 of the last 3 years. This does not apply if you're a refugee or have humanitarian protection status. You are not in full-time education, you are not studying for 21 hours a week or more, you are not subject to immigration control, your earnings are £139 or less a week after tax, national insurance and expenses. How do I make a claim for carer's allowance? You can claim online at the Gov. UK website here or phone the Carer's Allowance Unit for a claim form on 0800 731 0297. Before you apply, make sure you have your national insurance number. If you have a partner, you'll need theirs too, bank or building society details, employment details and latest payslip if you're working, P45 if you've recently finished work, course details if you're studying, details of any expenses, for example pension contributions or the cost of caring for your children or the disabled person while you're at work. Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @recordmoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. Guidance on Gov. UK states you also need details of the person you care for. You need their date of birth and address, national insurance number if they are 16 or over, disability living allowance reference if they are under 16. More help and advice about Carer's Allowance. You can get more help and advice from Carers UK, Carers Trust, Citizens Advice Scotland, NHS, Carers Direct Helpline. Find out more about claiming Carer's Allowance on the Gov. UK website here. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.